Fluffy's Thanksgiving. Written by Kate McMullan. Illustrated by Mavis Smith. Fluffy takes a bow. You are all going to be in the Thanksgiving play, Miss Day told her class. Even Fluffy? Asked Maxwell. I think we can find a small part for Fluffy, said Miss Day. A small part? Thought Fluffy. I want a big part. Who would like to be the chief? Asked Miss Day. I'm your chief, thought Fluffy. How about Maxwell? Said Miss Day. Yes, said Maxwell. Who wants to be Squanto? Asked Miss Day. Me, thought Fluffy. Wade will be Squanto, said Miss Day. Raise your hand if you would like to play a pilgrim, said Miss Day. Hello, I'm raising my paw, thought Fluffy. But Miss Day didn't see Fluffy's paw. She picked Emma and 6 other kids to play pilgrims. And who wants to play the turkey? Asked Miss Day. It's not my first choice, thought Fluffy, but hey, gobble gobble. I'll do it, called Jasmine. Miss Day, said Maxwell, what part do we have for Fluffy? Yeah, what part do we have for Fluffy? Thought Fluffy. Fluffy would make a cute pumpkin, said Jasmine. I don't think so, thought Fluffy. Fluffy's too fat to be a zucchini, said Wade. Who asked you? Thought Fluffy. Miss Day, called Emma. I know the perfect part for Fluffy. She whispered her idea to Miss Day. Fluffy didn't hear what she said. The whole school came to see the Thanksgiving play. The curtain went up. Thank you, Squanto, said Emma the Pilgrim, for your gift of corn. Emma the Pilgrim held up an ear of corn. The ear of corn was Fluffy. Then Emma put the ear of corn into her pocket, and the play went on. The ear of corn stuck its head out of the pocket. It sniffed at the feast table. The audience started to giggle. Emma the Pilgrim walked very close to the feast table. The ear of corn forgot all about being an ear of corn. It climbed out of the pocket and onto the table. It ran over to a pile of onions and yams and pumpkins and other ears of corn. The audience laughed, but the ear of corn didn't notice. It was too busy gobbling its own Thanksgiving feast. When the play was over, Miss Day's class took a bow. The audience clapped and clapped. Emma the Pilgrim held up the ear of corn. The audience cheered. The ear of corn gazed out at everyone clapping and cheering. Yes, thought the ear of corn. Today a star is born. Fluffy's great escape. Fluffy went home with Maxwell for Thanksgiving break. Maxwell showed Fluffy to his little sister Violet. Oh, sweet little piggy, said Violet. Yuck, thought Fluffy. Maxwell showed Fluffy to his dad. What do you call that thing? Asked his dad. Guinea pig, thought Fluffy. But you can call me sir. On Thanksgiving morning, Maxwell helped his mom wash the celery. Fluffy nibbled the celery leaves. The doorbell rang. It's Grammy, said Maxwell's mom. Maxwell, quick, put the guinea pig back in his cage. Maxwell's mom and dad ran to the door to greet Grammy. Maxwell hurried Fluffy back to his cage in the den. Then he went to meet Grammy too. But the gate on Fluffy's cage was not closed all the way. Fluffy pushed it with his nose until the opening was as wide as he was. Then he jumped out of the cage. "Celery leaves?" thought Fluffy. "Here I come." "Let me take your suitcase to the guest room, Grammy," said Maxwell's dad. "I can carry it," said Grammy. "Let me help you," said Maxwell's mom. "I can do it," said Grammy. "I'm not that old." Grammy walked down the hall to the guest room. Fluffy walked up the hall to the kitchen. He was sniffing the air when he heard a scream. "Oh!" someone cried. "A rat!" "A rat?" thought Fluffy. "How awful!" Fluffy turned around and ran back the other way. Grammy hurried into the bathroom and shut the door. Maxwell's mom ran down the hall. "Where are you, Grammy?" she called. Fluffy ran into the guest room and hid behind a wastebasket. "If there's one thing I don't like," he thought, "it's a rat." Maxwell's dad knocked on the bathroom door. "Are you all right, Granny?" he called. "I saw a rat," Grammy called back. "A rat?" called Maxwell's dad. "How awful!" Grammy opened the door a crack. "If there is one thing I don't like," she said, "it's a rat." Maxwell and his mom and dad walked Grammy to the guest room. "Don't worry, Grammy," said Maxwell's mom. "There are no rats in this house." "Yes, there are," Grammy cried. "I see one now." "That's not a rat, Grammy," said Maxwell. "That's a guinea pig." "A guinea pig?" said Grammy. "Why, I love guinea pigs." Maxwell showed Fluffy to Grammy. "My," said Grammy, "what a fine, big, handsome fellow you are." "Grammy," thought Fluffy, "you are one smart woman." Fluffy's horrible monster. "No, Maxwell," said his mom. "The guinea pig cannot sleep in your room." "Please," said Maxwell. "It's Fluffy's last night here." His mom shook her head no. "May I say goodnight to Fluffy?" Maxwell asked. "Please." "Okay," said Mom. Maxwell picked up Teddy and ran into the den. "Good night, Fluffy," said Maxwell. Fluffy was already asleep. "I'm sorry that you can't sleep with me," said Maxwell, "but Teddy can sleep with you so you won't be scared. Sweet dreams." Maxwell put the bear in Fluffy's cage. Fluffy did not wake up. He was dreaming that he was chasing a guinea pig named Duke. In the middle of the night, Fluffy woke up feeling hungry. His black eyes searched his cage, and there in the moonlight, he saw it. Over by his food bowl. A horrible monster! It was a giant! It had a long snout and small, beady eyes. It looked mean. Very, very mean. "Get out of my cage!" Fluffy growled. "And I mean now!" Fluffy thought he saw the monster show his fangs. "I'm not kidding!" Fluffy growled. Fluffy thought he heard the monster growl back. "I want you out by the time I count to 3, said Fluffy. 1, 2, 3. The monster didn't move. Maybe the monster doesn't go to school, Fluffy thought. Maybe the monster doesn't know about counting. Okay, you asked for it, monster, thought Fluffy. Here I come! Fluffy charged. The two rolled around the cage. Fluffy growled and hissed. He bit and he kicked. He clawed and scratched. It was a terrible battle. When it was over, Fluffy's left ear flopped over. His right eye was half closed. His fur was a mess. But the monster lay face down on the floor of Fluffy's cage. You should have run when you had the chance, growled Fluffy. On Monday, Maxwell took Fluffy back to school. He made a report to the class. It was fun to have Fluffy stay at my house, Maxwell said. When he goes to your house, remember, Fluffy likes to sleep with a teddy bear. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Want to check out the last story we read? Here's the link. Do you have a favorite book you want read aloud? Leave it in the comments below.